I got into Chapman and NYU, but these are the reasons why I decided not to go to these schools. Hi guys, my name is Domagas. I am a filmmaker, writer, and YouTuber, and today we're going to be talking about my acceptance into Chapman University and NYU and why I decided not to go to those schools. I did write about why in general I wanted to apply to different schools in my blog, which is on my website, so be sure to read that first actually, because I think that'll give you a little bit more context for this video. So read that, the link is down below in the description box. Come back to this video and then go back to my website on Friday for part 2 of that blog. I think it'll make a little bit more sense this way. So in general, let's talk about the application process. I applied to 4 different schools: USC, Emerson, NYU, and Chapman. I haven't heard back from USC or Emerson, but I think their decision process isn't until maybe June. But that's okay. Let's just talk about Chapman and NYU right now. In general, I would say applying to those 4 different schools is already really competitive on its own, but I would say applying to their film program is perhaps even more competitive. There's a lot of people that want to go there, there's a lot of talented people that want to go there, and even more so, these schools only let a small number of students in. And so I had absolutely no delusions about this when I decided to apply there. A lot of people were not afraid of telling me that I had a very slim chance of getting in, but I decided to apply anyway. So a large part of my winter break was spent towards applying to those schools, being stressed out, editing my film submissions for them, which you can find in this description right here. Go ahead and click that after this video. And so when the application process was done and over, I kind of wiped my hands and was like, okay, I'm done, I can relax now. But that was not true, because in my heart, I kind of felt like there was something off, that something wasn't necessarily right. After that, I decided to apply for a 5th school, known as American University of Paris, or AUP. To be perfectly honest, I kind of wanted to apply to that school just as a safety school, because it's a really small school, probably smaller than my high school. But the great thing about that is it's located in the heart of Paris. And so the more that I read up about it, the more that I realized, wow, this might have been my backup school to begin with, but now it's my top choice. And so I submitted my application, and a little bit later, I got my acceptance and then confirmed my intention of going there. So there are a couple of moral of the stories here. And the first one is that, one, it doesn't matter what school that you go to. I will say that's a little bit different if you have a technical major, like math-based, science-based, or has to do with law. That's a whole other story. But if you have a creative career that you want to go after, it doesn't matter what school that you attend. You can be going to the most well-known school in the world, but if you're just resting on the fact that you went to that school and you're not doing anything with that opportunity, then you're not going to end up being successful. And so the important part is that you seize opportunities and you make opportunities where there are none. For me, I went to a pretty small school my first year for college. It's not well known at all, even among the CSUs, but I did everything that I could to discover who I was creatively. I went to my Filipino club, I joined a dance club, I dabbled in filmmaking for the first time, and I signed up for my study abroad program. I did all these things to help me discover who I was and to find opportunities. So it's kind of in that sense that you don't have to go to a big school. You can go to a small school, but as long as you are constantly trying to find opportunities to improve yourself as a person and as a creative individual, I think that's really the most important part. Arguably, if you do go to a big school, there are more opportunities, but that's not everything. The encompassment of it is having opportunities, finding opportunities, and then making opportunities. That's the most important thing. So second moral of the story is that I know people out there are like, Lauren, what are you doing? You are wasting an opportunity to go to these amazing schools. To those people, I'd like to say, I really don't see it as wasting an opportunity. I see it more as having these options and then finding the best option for who I am as a person. The whole reason that I went through this process of applying for a new school was because I knew that I wanted to go someplace new next year. And so in applying for these schools, I just widened my options, and then from there I want to find the best option for me. And so I know myself. I know that I love immersing myself in a new culture. I love learning a new language. I love being in a small classroom where I can really get into the deep discussion of the topic of the class. I think that I can get that the most at American University of Paris. And so I really am grateful for being accepted into Chapman and NYU. I'm extremely honored that they consider me to be an applicant that would do well in their school. I think that the main reason I went through this process is because it still was a really beautiful moment of being accepted into Chapman and NYU. It was a lesson that I really needed to learn as a creative individual, that if I just really believed in myself, no matter what people said, and I just worked my butt off to get there, then I could be successful if I really needed to do that. It's a lesson that I need to have with me in order to be confident as a creative individual, as I discover who I am as a writer, filmmaker, YouTuber, all those things. It's really important, and I just need to learn to be a little bit more confident in my work. I'm extremely honored to be accepted into Chapman and NYU. They are amazing schools, and I think that if I would have gone there, I would have done really well. But at the end of the day, it's about finding the best option for who I am as a person. I remember one of my high school teachers telling me that there is a place out there or a school out there that is best for each person, and I really do think that American University of Paris is gonna be that place for me. And so I'm really excited about going, like really excited, and I can't wait for you guys to see all my new ventures in Paris next year. But for now, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed that vlog. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my page. Also, be sure to find me on my social media and sign up for my email subscription on my website. The links are down below, so check those out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.